How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shayne, and I'm back to give you another Sakamoto Days episode review. We're going into episode 3 entitled Welcome to Sugar Park. Before we go any further, I need you guys to go ahead and sweeten the deal for me. Hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of more reviews like this one. And if you want to support me even further, my Patreon link is in that description below. Go ahead and click that. Donate whatever you choose, whatever you see fit. I appreciate you all the same. I know it's been a while. I know I constantly apologize to you guys, but hey, you might be getting episode 4 review the same day as this one, so keep your eyes peeled. All right. I gotta admit, Sakamoto Days, this I already said before, it's already a contender for show of 2025, and we're only just 2 months in already. I just enjoy so much. And as a matter of fact, doing just baseline research. I don't know if I mentioned last time, but the author, mangaka of this series was inspired by John Wick, which is very evident with the fight scenes and choreography and action scenes, all that stuff. Very, very John Wick-esque. More than action. It's like more than action movies, which I guess you can say that's what John Wick is. But John Wick movies always focus like here. You know, the gunplay, the fighting, the martial arts, all that stuff present, especially when we get to here, right? Also to note, if you're watching it in the dub, you might notice that Taro Sakamoto is played by Matt Mercer. Matt Mercer, after I did a check of like the cast list, he's the only white guy in like voicing somebody in the main cast of this series. So just kind of found that interesting that I think Bang Zoom are the ones who are doing the dub for this. If you go to conventions, you've probably seen Bang Zoom, and they do a lot of auditions for folks. I just found that pretty interesting. Lou, she is in the intro more. You can see, I promise I remember like the parts with her being something completely different, like just random citizens. So we get her upcoming character. They are shown way more in this intro. I think that's the only thing of note. I do gotta say, because I think I put it in my notes for my other reviews, I like I don't know if it's in this intro or if it's for the full song. I love the gun cocking noise. I think it is in this intro, because there's a part where, you know, he's kind of loading up the pistol. Just everything about this series, everything about this show makes me excited to tune in. Well, I would say week after week, but I'm watching these things in couples of like 2 and 3 at a time. But it's making me excited whenever it's time to watch it. So, if you also remember last week, there's a bounty put on Sakamoto's head. And as soon as we get into this episode, which starts with Shin fussing at Lou because she's late. And I like that. I like her color scheme. Her color scheme being burgundy and pink. For some reason, I like that. That she's a character that pops on screen. You know it's her when you see her. There's a second. This is Sakamoto's talking, right? And it turns out there's a second Sakamoto, because then he comes in and just sits down. The reason why this is kind of jarring is because the first Sakamoto we see is just talkative. Same voice, same deep voice, kind of jokey, but it's far beyond what we're used to in just 2 episodes. We know he's not a chatterbox. And when we get the second one coming in, the first Sakamoto is like, oh, obviously this is a doppelganger, and tries to stab Sakamoto with a knife. And he grabs a box cutter out of his mug. You know how you have mugs with pencils and stuff in it. Grabs box cutter, brings up to his neck before the guy can get the gun up to him. And where was I? I lost my train of thought here. Sakamoto, he tries to stab it, does a reversal, tries to get the gun, doesn't work. Haha. So Another way that we are able to tell that who the real Sakamoto is, I'm a pleasantly plump guy myself. You see, I have a bit of a extra chin here. When Sakamoto moves, all of this moves with him, right? So when he moves, if his head moves to the right, it has its own sound effect. It has a wobble sound effect. When the other one moves, it's just all static. Actually, okay, well, it moves a little bit. Anyway, Sakamoto's makes a wobbling noise, and it's very obvious. Now, here's the crazy part. When this person is undressed, and we see that is a character called Nagumo, which is interesting because usually these characters have full names. No, his name's just Nagumo. This character Nagumo, Shin can't read his mind, which is, now that I'm thinking about the episodes I've watched, it's interesting because remember, Shin couldn't read Sakamoto's mind when it came to the fighting, right? Shin it seems like Shin can't read Sakamoto's mind unless Sakamoto allows it. I mentioned before in my reviews that you may think the show is grounded, but I like that we have set the tone for craziness. I mean, somebody deflecting a bullet with a gumball. Yeah, that's not a cough drop. It's a gumball. That's kind of interesting. So this Nagumo character, longtime friend or a longtime friend of Sakamoto. Now this dude is weird because he says he hates liars, but he lies. Like, he told Lou and Shin that he's 18 and he works at a supermarket across the street. And they're like, oh, and Shin's like, wait, there's no supermarket across the street. And Sakamoto, the moments, it is important to note that while Sakamoto will say things out loud when it's not even profound, but he will say things out loud. It's important to make note when he does it, or who he's around when he does it, or what is the mood. Because he just outright says, as he's reading the paper, he's 27 and he's a hitman that started at the same time as he did. Now, this is our first instance of a character that is getting comically beat up. You have this guy who is obviously of the level of Sakamoto because he disguised himself very well to look like Sakamoto, even sounds like Sakamoto, and almost got the jump on him. But he's comically getting beaten up by Lou and Shin, even gets tied up, and he's there to tell him about the 1 billion hit that's on Sakamoto's head, right? He's saying he's not lying. He just figured he'd come and let him know before the JAA posted later on that day. We will learn more about the JAA, I want to say, in the next episode and episode after that. We will learn more about the JAA, but he's saying there's a hit out on him, and the person who's supposed to try to get the jump on it should be here any minute now. And in comes the pizza guy with a pizza box, and I'm like, is the pizza guy the hitman? Is the Home Alone pizza guy the hitman? And he is. His name, if I can pull this here for a second, this guy's name is Nakajima Pizza Man, the Pizza Man hitman, who is a pizza guy and he has pizza cutters, and he's threatening what's the guy, Nagumo, with a pizza cutter to his neck because he's tied up to the chair. Meanwhile, Sakamoto and Lou are both just eating the pizza, and Shin's like, it's so much craziness. Now, I do like when there's no actual threat. Sakamoto is so nonchalant. Remember, he more than likely knew that was Nagumo sitting in the chair. So like, I'm gonna sit down. Knew this pizza dude could not kill Nagumo, which he couldn't because Nagumo somehow is already out of the ropes and has him in death chokehold. And Sakamoto tells him, "Don't kill him," which the pop noise kind of make it sound like he broke his neck, but I guess he just knocked him out. And hold on. Nope, I jumped ahead on my other notes here. He's questioning Sakamoto as to, we're going to try to solve this whole hit thing without killing anybody. Okie dokie then. He's saying, but you might not be able to, what was it? With the Dan Incorporation people, because they know about that, obviously. He's telling them, if you think you stand a chance against them or even us, and we get like a hint of, oh, who's us? Which Lou and Shayne are like, he's just like, I'm kidding. We only specialize in hits on hitmen. I like how he sprinkled this in here. And then later on, we have to be reminded of this, which I guess I can't fault on the characters because, even in real life, day to day, you will forget little bits of information, right? And Sakamoto talks once again, like, who benefits from me dying after all this time? No clue. We only complete our missions and that's it. That's how the hitman life works. Who would want that? Who knows? There we go. I did talk about the Dan Incorporation. Him eliminating Dan Incorporation, Dan Inc. was a little bit too far, apparently. And Lou was wondering, is it going to be more people like the Dan Incorporation? And Nagamo's like, nah, these people aren't amateurs like those guys, which is okay. So that was an amateur organization who hired two psycho brothers. I'm assuming they were Chinese because of their names. Okay. All right, this is going to be bigger than that. But we see in this pizza box, Sakamoto looks at the pizza box. By the way, Nagamo picks up the pizza hitman, vanish, just walks out the door, is gone. Shin couldn't even catch up to him. No clue where this guy is. The pizza box has a camera in it. And we got people in the dark room. You got one guy that looks like he's a janitor because he's wearing a face mask. He's cleaning the table. Another guy with spiky hair who, upon further inspection, kind of reminds me of Hisaka. His name is Hisaka. He's Sako from Hunter x Hunter. The dude who has an unhealthy obsession with Gong. And we're just going to leave that there because I can't believe that was written into different time when that show was written. By the by, the pizza was 29.40 yen. So 2,940. That's $19.30. That looked like a medium pizza. It's not. I think that's kind of expensive for a medium pizza, Sakamoto. I wouldn't have tried to buy that myself. But yeah, in the pizza box was a camera, and they're talking about, we're gonna get this fat ass, blah blah blah. And as they're talking, Sakamoto, I gotta go for the notes for this. By the way, the name of this group, love this. It's called the Don Denkai. Don't know what that means, but they're talking about rumors about Sakamoto being in the Order, this mythical group that no one believes exists anymore. Also, I've been talking about how name intros come in this show. The Pizza Guys was nice. It was like a pizza rolling out and it got cut. I like stuff like that. That was fun. But Sakamoto then talking directly to them in the camera with the gun pointed at the camera, saying, piece of advice, if you keep stalking to me, I'm going to show you hell. And shoots it. They're like, oh, damn, he knew there was a camera in the pizza box. Sakamoto's big enough that he looks like he's gone through a couple pizza boxes. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. No offense, Sakamoto. So they don't know who put out the hit. They got to figure this out. But unfortunately, Hana and Aoi come in. They're outside this one, but they come in. And Hana's so excited about tomorrow. Sakamoto's like, what's tomorrow? She's Sugar Bunny. They are going to Sugar Park. So not only does Sakamoto have to worry about hitmen coming after him, now he's going to be in an open place. And of course, he doesn't mention it to the wife because, well, upon first assumption, at least from me, it's like, oh, he's not supposed to be doing this hitman stuff, so he can't tell her. But it looks like it's more of a doesn't want to disturb them. And I appreciate the whole, she knows he was a hitman, asked him to not be a hitman anymore. I appreciate all that. The show has Spy Family vibes, but it doesn't have the whole secrecy thing, which differentiates it from Spy Family. So I like that. I appreciate that. But Yeah, she wants to see Sugar Bunny. We get the funny glasses break from Sakamoto. We gotta figure that out. As we're going to Sugar Park, got some information here. By the way, the relationship and interactions of Lou and Hana are adorable. It is literally big sister, little sister. Love it. She explains to Lou that Sugar Park is 3 Tokyo domes. Lou is from China. She has no clue, and she's a teenager. She has no clue what the Tokyo Dome is. But I do, because enjoy Japanese culture, but I also love wrestling, and Tokyo Dome does great matches with Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Tanahashi, Okada, such and such. Really, really good stuff. The Tokyo Dome, I looked this up. Wait. Tokyo Dome is, I thought I wrote down how many acres the Tokyo Dome is. Sorry, guys. It is 12 acres. So if this is 3 Tokyo Domes, that's 36 acres. That's pretty damn big. Now, I haven't looked up like how big Disney World and Disneyland, or how, what's the other one? Six Flags. Do people still go to Six Flags? Tell me in the comments if people still go to Six Flags. Anyway, it's pretty damn big. She also starts talking about Sugar Bunny, the mascot, which is a big pink bunny with blue hair and blue eyes pointed this way. How he's big and chubby, but super duper strong and super silent and super sweet. And Lou and I seem to make the connection at the exact same time. That sounds like the manager. He's basically Sakamoto. She loves this bunny because it reminds her of her dad. It's too cute. It's too cute. Let us go further. So the mission, which Shin has to remind Lou, mission has the priorities: 2 things. 1, stop the enemies. 2, allow the family to have a great time. So while Sakamoto's up with the girls, they're in the back. Shin can apparently read minds within a meter radius. I should have looked up feet to meters. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. 1 meter, not a liter. 1 meter to feet. That is 3 feet. So there's a 3-foot radius. Although the radius on the show looks way bigger than 3 feet. That does not look 3 foot. Okay, I digress. Whatever. And he informs Lou that, when people get ready to kill, they get really excited. So inside their minds, they're like, I'm gonna get them. We're gonna get them right now. It makes a lot of sense. You could be like, on the outside, on the inside, you're a goblin ready to go forward, right? And so we do see that janitor hitman, because he reads the mind, and we got an earpiece in Sakamoto's ear. He's telling Sakamoto where the guy is. Guy's pushing his little cart, and this is one of the coolest moments. He does what the janitor, and by the way, the janitor's name is Kuri Ningo, who is a janitor and a hitman. I guess being a hitman doesn't pay a lot. Okay, but he's getting ready to kill Sakamoto. Sakamoto walks past him. Dude takes, I guess, a blade from the handle of a broom. Sakamoto, without looking at him, reaches back, grabs the pen from his not his coat, but his shirt, and then stabs him in the sternum with it, all without looking. That is some cool shit. Typically, I don't go play by play, but that is really cool. That is really, really cool. And of course, you got Lou and Shin on cleanup duty. Put the guy in a cart and just toss him, which, he's not killing anybody, right? So coincidentally, he avoided internal organs and major arteries. He just happened to knock the guy out. That is the most Batman shit I've ever heard, but hey, he didn't kill the guy. He didn't break family rule number 1, right? Oop, fast forward. Fast forward again. There we go. And now we're still going to have a good time. Well, it's time for us to go on the ride. And on the ride, there is the killer that we saw before that was arguing with this guy. Actually, he had saw the whole thing transpire and saw them and was looking at the dossier and goes, okay, cool, this dude can read minds. I gotta keep my vibes. This whole thing is talking about vibes. I gotta keep my vibe low. They get on the park. Sakamoto is a big boy. So when the what do you call the things when you're on the rides and they come down on you? I don't know what those are called. Let's just call them arms for now. When the arms come down, it's pressing on them. Sakamoto's like, he's a bit too big for this. The bad guy is like 4 seats down on this ride. Lou and Shin get all the way in the back. Still can't read anybody's mind. And then at the last moment when they're going up on this roller coaster, he reads his mind. He's like, Sakamoto, that guy's right behind you. He has bulletproof glasses. Like, he turns fast and he has bulletproof glasses. Okay. All right. I ain't mad at you. Shin is... I said the Sakamoto no-look kill was amazing. Shin is great because we're having a fight on a roller coaster where he shoots off his protective thing, jumps in the air for the loop-de-loop, lands where the guy is, shoots his off, and takes him off of his as well. And he's like, I can't read this guy's mind. The dude is way too... dude is not thinking anything. Before another roller coaster car gets ready to hit Shin, they both have to jump up. And guy's like, dang, this... I was hoping you wouldn't notice those 2 daggers. Shin is overthinking it, which you kind of have to because you can't move in midair. And he gets poisoned, not in the eye, but gets poisoned when it hits his leg. And that's this dude's method of killing. We don't learn this guy's name until the next episode. So just if I didn't mention it, it's because they did not mention it. Homeboy is now fighting basically blind. He can barely see. He's trying to stand up, and I don't know how he thinks. Maybe he's panicking. Maybe he's trying to come up with a solution. But he listens and hears Hana. I always get Hana and Aoi mixed up because they're basically twins. Hana's the daughter. Hears her voice, knows where they are mentally, and somehow is able to jump up when the next car comes. But he doesn't go high. He goes in the middle so he can grab this guy. And they fall several feet. I would have said 100. Not 1,000, but maybe several feet from like the first height of a roller coaster down to the ground, whether it's a stage play. Now, you know in Japan, they have lots of stage play at parks and things, especially when it comes to the tokusatsu things, right? Their Power Rangers, your Kamen Riders, your Space Shurikens, Metal Fighters, things like that. We call those Beetleborgs here. They land, bunch of dust. Dude threatens the Red Ranger. You don't get away with that. And Shin puts on the bunny costume that the original bunny was there. I love this entire scene because Shin is fighting this guy blind and he is kicking his literal ass with, super special moves like Sugar Bunny Rabbit Punch or the Rabbit Right Uppercut. And we see in that crowd is Sakamoto, Aoi, and Hana. And Sakamoto is watching it and is giving him mental commands. Left, right, turn to the left, turn to the right, jab, jab, left jab, right jab, uppercut, take a step back. It is one of the... I enjoyed that because I was thinking to myself, can Shin can read minds? Can he see through people's eyes? No, he is just following orders to the T. And Sakamoto's like, all right, wrap this up. And first of all, the announcer lady is very enthusiastic because everybody thinks it's a part of the show. And says, oh, he's doing Hisatsu Dynamite Rabbit Shock, which is a literal super drop kick. I don't know if Sugar Bunny actually has those moves. If he does, Sugar Bunny's a great mascot. If he doesn't, that woman needs a raise. And that's where this episode ends. He tells Sakamoto, goes, good work. He goes, He basically says easy peasy with the thumbs up, and that's where this episode ends. I don't know how I feel about this series not having like next time on Sakamoto days and stuff like that, but this episode is really, really good. Like the round 2 is really, really, really good. He says my pleasure. That's what he says. So what did I put for? What did I put for this? I did put a 5 out of 5. I was thinking I put a 4. We get introduced to another character, get more hints of Sakamoto's past and things like that, and we get to see how he handles threats on the outside. And just the way this episode was handled was really interesting. I haven't seen anything where someone is like in someone's mind or telepathically telling them how to fight. I initially thought that he landed and it would have been Sakamoto on the outfit kicking the dude's butt, and the guy's like, hey, how'd you get that super strong and that fast now? No, they did it the other way, which thank you for subverting my expectations. Fun episode, really good. This is just episode 3 and I'm just having a time of my life. I don't know how long. I didn't know how much longer we're going to be in Sugar Park, and I'm not going to tell you. We do have one characterization about this poison knife man. He talks about fear of death is for the weak. Like talking tons of shit. They make him very they make him unlikable, very unlikable. So, but yeah, 5 out of 5. Let me know what you thought of this episode. If you are the type of person that has to watch 3 episodes to decide if you like anime, if you've done that here, what do you think? I'm telling you, best of 2025 already. I know I got other stuff I gotta watch, but best of 2025. Just off of the first 2 episodes themselves. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Please do not forget to comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so we notified of more reviews like this one. Patreon link is in the description below. Donate whatever you can. Is duly appreciated. Guys, be good, be blessed. Wash your hands, drink some water. Thank you for taking some time out to listen to me talk about Sakamoto days. I could talk about this show for days and days. This actually makes me, I don't really have much time to read manga, but this makes me want to read the manga right now. Especially with the weird comparisons that some people are making between the manga panels and then the anime screenshots. You cannot compare the two mediums because when it comes to manga, comics, and what have you, they have to draw things more dynamically. There has to be more shading. There has to be more artistic lines to get the viewer, the reader, I should say, to understand what is going on. You judge anime based on the motions, right? Although I will admit there's tons of times in Dragon Ball Super where everybody looked really jank. So, and I see no jank on here. There ain't no jank on this stank. Guys, if you're feeling down and out, make sure you reach out to someone. There are people out there that care about you and rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. Please be good to yourself, be good to others. Don't be a jerk. Either way it goes. All right. You want to get in contact with me? My social media is in the description below. Give me a follow. Give me a hello. And we'll be good to go. All right. GOTO. Wait, no, that's hot to go. I forgot how that's yeah. We'll see if I remember how that goes in the next review, but stay tuned. You're probably going to get this next review pretty fast. I'll see you next time, guys.